All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you're off to a fine start to your morning. It's supposed to be nice out, so we'll get through the math, you can get through your homework, and you can hopefully enjoy it. Today, we're going to cover the volume of a rectangle and volume of prisms. These are things that you have covered in the past. This should be relatively easy for you. And as we continue to go on throughout the week, it might get a little more challenging, but you guys should have no issues. So the first thing you want to know, or put in your notes, for finding the volume of a rectangle. So volume equals length times width times height. This is something we've all heard. We're finding the entire inside, how much fits inside of this rectangle. So V equals L times W times H. So all you gotta look at is the rectangle. Find the length would be 5 centimeters. The width would be 4 centimeters, and the height would be 3 centimeters. So you take 5 times 4 times 3, and that equals 60 centimeters. All right, go to number 2. So what's the formula going to be that we use? We're going to use V is equal to length times width times height. All right, so now we got to find the numbers we're going to use. We're going to use 9.5, 5, and 3. So we'll take 9.5 times 5 times 3, and when you multiply those all together, you should get 142.5, our label, meters cubed. That was relatively easy. Once we get to triangles, Roman, do you want to teach triangles? No? You gonna be famous too? Okay. We gotta, it's a little bit different. So now we're gonna do kind of the same concept, but we have to change out one of the variables for something else. So volume of a prism. So the inside of this triangle. V equals base times height. Seems simple enough. So we have our formula V equals base times height. Now this is where it can get a little more challenging. We have to take this B and change it out for half. We're doing half of this angle times 6, because this is part of one base, times 8. We're only doing half of it because we have 2 halves on here. And then on the outside of the parentheses we do height. So we have half for our base times our 6 times our 8, and on the outside of the parentheses times 9. So you take half times 6 times 8 will give you 24, and we have to multiply that by our 9 for our height yet. You should come up with a volume of 216 feet cubed. All right, you look at our last volume of the prism. We have, our formula is going to be V equals base times height. Okay, what do we change base out to? Change it in for a half. So V equals half times 4 times 5. Inside the parentheses, and outside we use our 7. So when you multiply all of this together, your answer should be 70, our label of inches, cubed. It's relatively easy. You just can't forget to take out for the base. You have to take that and change it into a half, and you multiply the end piece, the base of this. So 6 and 8, and if you look down, the base of this one would be 5 and 4. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will be releasing the homework relatively soon.